What's going on, guys? I'm talking to you today about what I think Finn is going to need to have in episode 8 in order to be marketable and more interesting. Now, full disclosure, I already think Finn is plenty interesting. He's actually my favorite character from the new trilogy. I love John Boyega. I love the character Finn. I love the energy, the humor, everything about him. He's my favorite. So I'm not trying to suggest that he's not interesting, but what I am going to talk about is what I think he's going to need in the next episode to maintain his appeal to the audience. And spoilers, I am going to talk a little bit about the episode 8 trailer. So if you haven't seen that and don't want to see that, don't go any further. But with all that being said, let's go forward. First off, I'm going to answer the question right away. Finn's going to need some type of new accessory. Some kind of new goodie, something that will apply to marketing. And I'm going to talk about why. So in episode 7, I'm going to backtrack a little bit. You see, in episode 7, Finn had all the marketing appeal we wanted. He had the lightsaber. We thought, oh my gosh, Finn is going to be a new Jedi. He also had the marketing appeal of being a stormtrooper. So, you had stormtrooper armor for Finn, and you had a lightsaber for Finn, and you had all this cool stuff. So Finn had all these cool accessories, and everybody had their accessories. Rey had BB-8. And Rey had the staff. Poe had, his X-Wing. Poe had his helmet. And Kylo Ren has his lightsaber and his mask. Everybody has all of this special stuff. But now Finn has none of it. All right. So basically what happened was, surprise, surprise, Rey becomes the Jedi. So Finn doesn't even have the lightsaber anymore. Finn's no longer a stormtrooper. Finn gets his spine sliced open, but we're told he's going to be okay. So fast forward to episode 8. The only thing we see of Finn is that he's in some type of chamber, probably a healing chamber, and that's all we see of Finn going forward. We don't even know if we're led to the assumption that he's not going to become a Jedi, at least not in episode 8, not anytime soon, because we know that episode 8 involves Rey and Luke heavily. And all we know of Finn is that John Boyega has said at Star Wars Celebration that Finn is going to have to make a choice whether to keep running from the First Order or to stay and fight with the Resistance. Now, that's not much of a spoiler, or not even much of a tease, because obviously he's going to stay with the Resistance. If he were to just decide to keep running and just left, well, then you would have no place for him in the movie whatsoever. So that's pretty much the weakest spoiler ever. So we know he's going to stay with the Resistance. But after he stays, what is going to become of him? If he is fully healed and just wears a new outfit, a new shirt and pants, that's not going to be enough for them to sell or promote his image. And while Star Wars has great storytelling and has good stories, there's got to be more to it than just Finn's story. There has to be some merchandising and marketing to go along with his image. And that's what he's really missing right now, because he doesn't really fall anywhere that everybody else falls. He's not going to be a Jedi as far as we know. I'm still hoping beyond hope that he will eventually become one, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. It's still not certain yet. But he's not a pilot. We know he can shoot, but every Star Wars character just about has a gun, or or the action figures come with a gun. So a gun alone might not be enough. So if he ends up tagging along with Poe, let's say his story takes him and he's going to fly around with Poe because they have a friendship that's blooming, right? If he was just a gunner for Poe, or in some kind of support capacity for Poe, that still wouldn't give him something that they can sell, or something that they can put on the movie poster. He's got to have something that he's going to hold in his hand. Everybody's holding something in their hand, whether it's a helmet or a lightsaber, or has like a droid companion also. So I think it's going to revolve around his injury, what his new accessory is going to be. And I think it'll be more than just a special gun or a bazooka. I think it could be potentially cybernetic implants. All right, we know that they have done cybernetic implants with people on it before. It has happened with Luke Skywalker. It's happened all the time. But cybernetic implants might not be enough, because if they're just implants on his back, that might not show up, and it's certainly not going to show up in too many marketing opportunities. So what if the spinal injuries affected different parts of his body? What if he had, I'm going to stretch this a little bit, and this isn't, these aren't firm predictions, but they're just thinking outside of the box for things that could surprise us. What if his spinal injuries caused him to get robot arms, kind of like Jax from Mortal Kombat, and now all of a sudden he had enhanced strength and shiny new arms? Think Winter Soldier, or if you've played Mortal Kombat, this character Jax that had these big metal arms. So that would be kind of cool, although that's probably a little little bit too far out there. But what if he had an entire cybernetic suit to help him walk? Think, you know, Iron Man, think Rhodey, War Machine from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. If he had an entire cybernetic suit that, you know, that could be upgraded or whatever, that would be amazing as far as marketing. It would, you know, and it wouldn't stop him from still following a path for himself. It might introduce some new challenges for him as well. And how's he going to deal with this? But it also gives him great opportunities going forward in the next movie. Is his suit going to get upgrades? Or maybe he doesn't need any kind of cybernetic suit. Maybe he'll just get a new weapon. If he gets a new weapon, I would hope it would be something beyond just a blaster. Perhaps something melee. We know he has some degree of melee combat, although maybe it's not the strongest, but maybe a vibroblade. Or, dare I say, my favorite weapon of all time, nunchucks. Imagine Finn wielding some nunchucks just like Panthro from the Thundercats, or Michelangelo from the Ninja Turtles, or like Bruce Lee himself. And if he does become Jedi trained, could this be a way for us to get lightsaber nunchucks on screen? Maybe I'm being a little bit overzealous here, but you know, my point is, none of these I think are hard predictions. My only hard prediction here is that he's going to have some type of new accessory. What do you think he's going to have as far as a new accessory and as it applies to marketing? I would love to hear how you think Disney's going to promote the new image of Finn moving forward with the series. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to this video, to my channel, to get more videos like this. If you liked it, like this video and leave me a comment and tell me something that you think they might do with Finn to make him more marketable going forward. What's he gonna have? Maybe a droid, maybe an eye socket, maybe a scouter or something. All right, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.